Smart, smart, do. We are the children, the children of God. Come, come, come. We change our world. We have what it takes to do it smart and make it smart. Welcome to our Smart Do.
Hello, grade 4 pupils. Welcome to today's lesson. I'm going to take you through a science and technology lesson on air pollution. In the previous lesson, we looked at the meaning of pollution, whereby we said pollution means making something unclean. Whereby we said air pollution means making air unclean. We looked at some of the ways in which air can be made unclean. Those things that make air unclean are called air pollutants. And we said most of these air pollutants include dust, include smoke, and bad smell. Those are main pollutants. Whereby we said we can have smoke from cigarettes, that is cigarette smoking. We can also have smoke from burning charcoal. We can also have a smoke from vehicle exhaust pipes. We said we can also have a bad smell, especially from dirty toilets and latrines. Also bad smell from rotting dumping sites. Now, today I want us to look at clean and polluted air. How do you identify clean air and polluted air? Now, you've been to places, compare for example a dirty toilet. A dirty toilet is a toilet that has a lot of house flies, or that is very dirty. That it consists of water, maybe urine, maybe feces deposited on the toilet's floors. Compare that toilet with a toilet that is very clean, very washed. You realize that the air in those two places is different. So, clean air is found in clean toilets. That is toilets which have been well scrubbed, well washed. We have flushed water, and polluted air is found in dirty toilets. Then also compare dusty places. For example, a classroom that is very dirty, that is untidy, that has a lot of dust on the windows, dust on the chairs, on the tables. Compare that classroom with a classroom that is very neat and well arranged. You realize that in a neat and a clean classroom, the air there is very clean compared to an untidy classroom. Untidy classroom does not have clean air. Also compare a room that has a lot of smoke and a room that has no smoke. You realize that in a room that has a lot of smoke, the air there is already polluted, because smoke is an air pollutant, compared to a room that has no smoke, or an environment that has green trees, very green trees. That means the air there is very clean. Then lastly, we have rotting dumping sites. Compare the environment, for example, in a dumping site or a dustbin that has a lot of dust or a lot of litter in it. You realize that the air around that place is very smelly. The air is very dirty. The air is very unclean. The air is polluted, compared to an area that has a very clean dump site. Dump site that has the litter there has already been burnt. It has no any bad smell. So those are some of the environments that you will find clean and polluted air. Now, having said that, let's look at some of the effects of air pollution. Effects of air pollution on living things. We are going to look at that very briefly. Effects of air pollution. Effects of air pollution on living things. Living things are things that live. Living things are majorly plants and animals. As we said in the previous topic, living things are plants and animals. And we said we have some characteristics of living things, that they live, they grow, they move, they feed. And we gave examples of like animals, including human beings, and plants. So, How does air pollution affect living things? So effects of air pollution on living things. And I say living things here are majorly plants and animals. One, for example, what will happen when you enter into a room that has a lot of smoke? Will you be able to breathe properly? Will you be able to breathe properly in a room that has a lot of dust? For example, you are walking on the road, then a wind blows a lot of dust on you. Will you be able to breathe properly? So one effect of air pollution is that it causes breathing problems. It causes breathing problems. When you enter into a room that has dust, one, you will start sneezing. You can also start coughing because of that dust. Or even smoke. When you enter into a room that has a lot of smoke, you will start coughing and you will start having challenges when breathing. Another effect of air pollution, it causes irritation. It causes irritation or itching of the eyes. For example, when you still enter into a room that has a lot of, you will start scrubbing or rubbing your eyes. Your eyes will start itching, that you feel like you can scratch them. That is an effect of air pollution. This one is caused mainly by either dust or smoke. Another effect of air pollution, it causes invisibility. What is invisibility? You'll not be able to see clearly. You'll not be able to see clearly. For example, when you enter into a room that has a lot of dust, you'll start using your hands to walk. Or even, maybe when you are on the road, then a vehicle blows dust to your eyes. You'll not be able to see well. Or maybe when you are riding your bike, then a vehicle overtakes you and it leaves a dust to you. You'll not be able to ride. You'll first have to stop so that the dust can get finished, so that you can be able to see clearly. So air pollution causes invisibility. One is not able to see clearly. Even if you enter into a room that has a lot of smoke, you'll not be able to see even ahead of you, even 2 meters away from you. That is an effect of air pollution. And lastly, the last effect of air pollution is that it causes poor growth of plants. Poor growth of plants. When you see, when you look at the plants that are along the road, they have their leaves which are curled. They have curled leaves. Leaves which are wilted. Leaves which are not green. They have already been discolored. They have already been discolored. And when the leaves are discolored, remember the leaves are the part that makes food for the plant. We said one characteristics of living things is that plants as living things that they make their own food. So when the leaves are discolored or they have been curled is like they appear like this, so they are not straight as normal. They are curled or they wilt because of the dust that is on them. So dust or even smoke will cause poor growth of plants. Those are the main effects of air pollution on living things. One, I say to human beings, they cause breathing problems. They cause air pollution causes irritation or itching of the eyes. It causes invisibility, that is, one is not able to see properly. And lastly, it causes poor growth of plants. So those are effects of air pollution. Let us avoid polluting the air. Live in well or in clean environments. Thank you.